Hey everyone, this is Ronan the Nighttime Entrepreneur, and first things first, let me just apologise for not being online for the last couple of weeks. Things have just been a little bit hectic. Nevertheless, let's get on with today's video. Today's video is going to be a quick review on the Manfrotto single arm 2-section and also the Manfrotto Superclamp. These are two separate products that actually work together to combine one great product. The reason I'm doing this quick review today is because there's not a lot of them out there on YouTube, and I think it's a great product to have, and it's fantastic for shooting things like overhead shots for your products if you happen to be an Amazon seller. Okay, so first things first, let's take a look at the Manfrotto single arm. Now, don't be confused, it does say professional lighting supports on the box, but that's because this product has many different uses. So let's take a quick look inside the box, and it's pretty easy to open. Once you open it up, you're going to see two items. One of them is this kind of fixture. When you take a close look at it, it is obviously a fixture for a camera, and it does attach to the single arm, and here's the single arm itself. So you may or may not be familiar with Manfrotto, but one thing I can tell you is that they are renowned for making high quality camera equipment, and especially workaround type of equipment, tripods, clamps, that kind of thing. Speaking of clamps, the Manfrotto Superclamp comes as a separate product if you purchase it through Amazon, which I did. I will leave links below in the description. And this is how the clamp looks. It might look kind of light, but it's actually quite heavy. I would say almost a kilogram, or about 2 pounds maybe. And also there are a lot of kind of clips and twists on this clamp, but it's actually pretty simple to use. One of the really cool things you can see in the bite of the clamp is that it's kind of triangular, so it kind of can grab onto a bar or a corner of something. But if you unscrew the piece like you're seeing on screen, like I just did, you can actually take this triangle piece from the back of the clamp, and it fits perfectly and clips into the bite of the clamp, so that it's now a straight line if you want to grab a straight desk or something like that. So it's extremely useful. So once I clamp it to the table, you can see now that there is a hole kind of facing up. That is where the single arm is going to go, and you can see that there's a silver button on the right hand side and also a little clamp to tighten it. As you can see, I'm trying to put the single arm in, but it's not actually popping in for me, so I loosen the little twist and I push that little release button, so it's actually that silver button on the side that needs to be pressed in order to let the single arm slide in, and then you just tighten it up as tight as you like with the little twisty piece at the bottom. And as you can see next, after I secure the clamp to my desk, I turn my attention to the first hinge. Unscrewing the screw on the right hand side, now I can move freely in every and any direction. I can even slide the whole hinge down along the bar for some really intricate angle. Just be sure to tighten it back up once you have your desired angle. Next we move on to the very last hinge, or the end of the single arm, and it's the very same story, guys. Up on top you can loosen the piece on the right and you can spin in any and every direction. You can actually get some very unique and very cool angles. In fact, I don't have mine secured to the desk at the moment. I have it secured to a shelf, so it's technically upside down. It's really strong, it's more than happy to carry my DSLR. So it is very strong, and you can always tighten up all the hinges to make it even stronger if you need to. So now guys, the final piece to the puzzle is the actual camera bracket that comes with the single arm. You're really not short on options with this camera bracket. You can pretty much use either of those two holes to secure it to the end of the single arm. And also the grey piece might be familiar to you. That's just a simple screw in for any sort of camera. So you pretty much take the camera bracket and you pop it onto the end of the arm, and then you use the twisties like you do on the rest of the arm to tighten it up and get it secured into a position that you like. And so all in all, guys, it's a product I've been using for just over a week or so now. It's really good. It's very handy for doing overhead shots like a Casey Neistat style. It's pretty much a tabletop tripod kind of. You can use it like that because sometimes we want to get shots from our tabletops, but the tripods are too big. It would also be really good for vlogging as it folds up nice and simply, and also you could clamp it to any sort of stairway or railings or anything like that. If you guys want to check the specs or price the item or go ahead and purchase it, I'll leave a link in the description below. It's really not as expensive as you think, and when you get it and you pick it up and touch it, it's a really high quality product, so I highly recommend it. It's something I'm going to be using probably more than my tripod now.